Hello there, YouTube, and welcome to Tuesday the 31st of January, the last day of the first month of 2017. Why, oh why, does it have to be stunningly beautiful? We have to go to work.
I don't know.
What a bummer. I mean, it was nice that I got to ride all that this weekend, but I wanted this weather. I wanted the sunshine and the pretty. But there'll be plenty of that coming here real soon. Look at that flag waving up there. The eagle on top. Is that gorgeous or what? Woo! Little woman, this is becoming a trend. It's beautiful at home and doomy and gloomy at work. It's always polar opposite. It's always way nicer here. Guess not so much. So I thought I'd take a quick snap of this thing while it's still in the crate. This thing's pretty cool, actually. Single-sided swing arm, belt drive. Belt drives are very nice. Most efficient and clean drive system there is. People are still freaked out that it's a belt and it might break, but I can assure you that they're very durable. That thing is cool. This awesome F800 GT. I just took it for a test ride on the motovlog side. Did a little walkie around and whatnot. Oh man, these little parallel twins, I absolutely love these things. But I thought I would take you folks here on the daily vlog side around to the front of the building, so I can't get through anywhere. We're like overstocked with mole pickles. This is the GT. Wow. Belt drive, single-sided swing arm.
What do you think?
I love these little parallel twins. They're so fun. Spunky little suckers.
Yeah. And a little 0800.
Yeah, it's a nice little touring package.
Yeah.
Simply amazing. I'm telling you right now, you could cruise around the country on this thing in just absolute comfort. Shield is like the perfect size. Seating position, the seat feels wonderful. She is awesome. Love this thing. Slow so we don't run over any peeps. Don't know where Mike's gonna want this thing, but we're gonna land it right here for now. Awesome. So, are you rolling out of here with one of these?
Not yet. Not yet. I still got to talk to the wife into it. The one you got, did you get it on regular run? Or did you just
It's a demo that I get to ride for the season.
Is
that pretty? Look who that is sitting over there. The little woman. Check this thing out. Is that even focusing? This is a USB adapter for BMWs. It's got a USB port there and another one there at the end. And that plugs into the BMW sockets. Boom. How cool is that? I'll put that thing to some serious good use. By Optimate. You know what else this thing does? If you shut the bike off and walk away, it'll turn itself off in 3 hours if it detects the bike isn't charging, or if the voltage drops below 12.3 volts. Thing's got a computer chip in it. How cool is that? Check out this R1200RS. I just pulled out of the crate. God almighty, this thing is cool. This is like a go-fast version of an R1200. Man, that thing is nice. She's dirty because she just came out of the crate. Is that thing sick or what? Real nice. You know what, little woman? At 5 after 5, I think if it wasn't for the clouds, we'd see sun. I think sunset's close to 5:10 now, isn't it?
I think so.
It's hard to believe that they're saying all that snow and stuff. Freezing rain, snow, God knows whatever. My phone is... Oh yeah, my phone's been blowing up down here. Winter weather advisory. Like as early as tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah, we'll have to study the weather tonight. Yeah. Are we done? Yeah. Look at all the little buds beating away up there in the trees.
Gonna put everything into a shock.
Yeah, it's gonna shock everything. It's gonna revert back to winter.
Yeah.
Get out of the way there, Mama. Look, truck's coming at us.
Yep.
The police are in full force this evening. Somebody's not gonna have a good night by the looks of it. The frightening old bridge. Well, I'm afraid, Mama. Very old, spooky bridge. Man, the skies are just absolutely full of stars. I know the camera's not going to pick that up. It's amazing out here tonight. So I was going to show you guys something about this little charging thing that I was showing you earlier. The seals, there's like watertight seals. When you slide the USB in there, it's watertight. It fits tightly against the metal of the USB. Is that cool or what? I apologize for the heater. You're probably getting some wind sound out of that. But this is my little battery charger port. I was just going to show you how this thing just plugs in. Oh, guess I could actually show you. Paying attention where the camera's at. Anyway, it plugs in, filter off to the side, and the bars do clear it. But let me see if I can throw my phone on here without dropping it. This is obviously too short of a cord to use for the bike. I'm just giving you an example of how you can just have your stuff plugged in. And I've got that bar clamp thing for it's like the things GoPros have. It has a nice claw kind of a thing that grabs the bar, so I can just temporarily throw the phone on there. But boop, the phone is live. How cool is that? Steering's locked again. But I was going to show you this. This is by Ram mounts. And this is a kit that comes assembled like this. You just simply clamp it to the bar. And this is what I use on the DR, and every once in a while I'll use it on the iron. Alright, here's just a quick little impromptu install of it. It just takes a second to clamp it down. Nice thing is you can spin the clamp. If you think somebody might steal your RAM mount, you can just spin the thing off and throw it in your backpack and take it with you. So how about that? That's more of a permanent location. This is pretty much what I see when I'm driving down the road. How about that? That'll work. Well, hello there, YouTube. How the heck was your day? Our day kind of turned out great. It was beautiful when we left, and very cold and snowy looking in Vancouver. And then kind of towards the end of the day, even though it was very cold, it was nice. The test ride I went on, it was sunny, it was wonderful. So, I want to explain a couple things here. So, in the previous clips, when you seen this thing flashing, it was flashing because it detected that the bike wasn't running and charging the battery, so it was in that it'll shut off in 3-hour mode. Which doesn't matter on a GS or a GSA, because if you notice the very next clip, it was turned off even though it was all plugged in. Because the ZFE, which is the Central Chassis Control Unit, ZFE is a German acronym for a chassis control unit. But anyway, it already turned this thing off. You'll notice there's no light on, even though it's still plugged in. So that 3-hour thing doesn't mean diddly on this, because the bike will turn itself off for you. And I get instant message, I get emails. This is the #1 question I get between an R1200GS and an R1200GSA or GS Adventure. There's some big differences between the bike. I mean, it's essentially the same chassis. You know, it's kind of the same thing. Everybody goes, well, it's just a bigger tank. You know, is it the same height? Okay. No, it's not the same height. Okay, weight-wise. Everybody goes, well, it's so much heavier. It's 42 pounds. An Adventure is 42 pounds more than the standard GS. But you got to remember, it's it holds 2.7 gallons more fuel. And that weight, if you look at the weight of it, is with the bike fully loaded with gas, everything ready to go. Fully laden, ready to go. And the extra gas equals almost 22 pounds. So of the 42 pounds that it's, the 20 pounds, the real 20 pounds, that's the difference in weight, is a physically larger tank. There's more body work. It comes with all the engine guards, comes with those running lights, which are amazingly heavy. If you have one of those things off in your hand, you'd be surprised how heavy that is. And it comes with a big framework to hold the large bags in the back. So essentially, it's 20 pounds more. If you fill both of them up to, 5.2 gallons, which the GS takes, there's going to be a 20-pound difference. There is a difference in height. This seems to be the biggest one that people go, no, there's not a difference in height. There is a difference in height. The travel and the suspension front and rear is, there's a 20 millimeter difference between the GSA and the GS, which is roughly an inch. But the seat height is 1.5 inches shorter on the GS than it is the GSA. I can sit on a standard GS and put both feet flat on the ground. My legs are straight, but I can put both feet flat on the ground. I can only hit the balls of my feet on the GSA. A GSA low, or LC model, lower chassis, is a little bit lower than a standard GS. So if the GS is comfortable to you and you're looking at a GSA, go for a GSA low. Don't worry about losing ground clearance and all that stuff. You know, it's done mostly in suspension travel. So if you're a serious rider, you're going to miss that suspension. But people got this fascination with ground clearance. Do you realize I was riding motorcycles that had less ground clearance than my iron? Quit worrying about the ground clearance. If you're worried about ground clearance, buy one of the heavy-duty skid pants for it. Ground clearance. You're not going to be jumping over great big logs with a 600-pound motorcycle, I promise you.
No.
You can, but it's not a practice you're going to make. So, anyway, there are some differences. Height, weight. Weight is really not noticeable. The height is very noticeable when you jump on one and jump on the other. But and that being said, the GS, there's even a low version of that. That puppy's way on down there. But anyway, just sit on them, ride them, see what you think. So, quit sending me the same emails over and over. No, send what you want. But I figured I'd just say it in the video so people stop asking the same question. I literally can't answer them all. I mean, emails and stuff like that, I just can't get back to everybody. It's like, you know, pull up the website and look at the specs. Although we did find a snafu between the F800 GS Adventure and the F800 GS. There's clearly probably 2.5 inches difference in height, like the seat height, but the specs show it's like, I don't know, 0.4 of an inch difference. So they made a mistake.
Measure 0.4, really?
Yeah, that's pretty shallow. And I think it even says the suspension has the same travel, but I mean, you can see them on the floor. The GSA has almost, looks like it's got 2 inches more travel just in the fork with the bike just sitting on the side stand. A GSA or F800 GS Adventure is one tall bike, crazy tall. But anyway,
we better roll.
Yeah, I didn't mean to talk about the motorcycle the whole time. You and I didn't have our little goodbye thing there.
It's all right. We better go.
Blowed it all out.
It's all right. You guys take care. Thank you very much for watching. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. You guys have a wonderful day. Give her a thumbs up if you like her.
You got off easy. I talked about motorcycles. You just sat there and went, hey, I didn't have to say anything.
And I screwed it up at the end anyway.
That's all right.
I was talking to Kyle and Christy earlier, so yeah, I was somewhere else.
Kids having snafus doing their taxes and stuff.
Yeah.
Tax time.
Yep.
All right, guys and gals, we will chit-chat with you tomorrow. I'll try to not make the whole thing about motorcycles the whole way through. Although I usually do.
I know. Well, that's our life, so
yeah.
It's hard not to make it about motorcycles. But
life at the motorcycle factory.
I know.
I love that little thing. That's so cool. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks now. Bye-bye.